John Lennon once said, "Here comes the sun, do." And as always, he was right. Here it comes. Enough sun hits the earth in 1 hour to supply the world's energy needs for 1 year. In fact, an area the size of just 3 large privately owned ranches in Texas could supply the entire United States' energy needs. Solar is a necessary part of solving climate change, and if you can, you should live somewhere where they're installed. So I've read multiple books on solar energy, sat down with the CEO of local solar company Brighton Solar, and I'm in a solar energy engineering program. So today I hope to give you an idea of the problems solar can solve, why you should install them, or live somewhere where they're installed. So first, it's important to understand the problems that solar can solve. Them being making homes carbon neutral, making electric vehicles carbon neutral, and reducing your dependence on the electrical grid. I'll start with electric vehicles. Despite what self-righteous Tesla driving douchers might tell you, electric vehicles require being charged. And if you're charging at somewhere that's a non-solar powered charging station, then you're getting your energy from fossil fuel-based sources. That's because the power that charges a vehicle usually comes from a fossil fuel-based power plant. According to a 2017 Scientific American article by David Bielo, in most of America, an electric vehicle produces more emissions than a hybrid. The electricity you consume in your home also comes from mostly fossil fuel-based sources. According to a 2014 IPCC study, electricity to power homes and businesses accounts for 25% of all greenhouse gas emissions, more than any other contributor. Every time you turn on a light switch or fire up Pornhub on your desktop, less than 5 seconds before, that energy was fossil fuels being combusted in a furnace, spewing out toxins into the air. These are things we often don't consider because it's easy to see smoke billowing out of a tailpipe, but power plants are hidden from our vision. Power plants are also connected to the world's largest machine, which is the US electrical grid. The electrical grid is extremely fragile and has been plagued by blackouts recently in California. Imagine having a paper due or an online assignment, and next thing you know, your Wi-Fi and your lights are out. According to a Kristen Lamb USA Today article published earlier this year, NorCal's utility, PG&E, has warned that in the next couple of days, it might turn off power to 750,000 customers. Now, this creates major problems for energy-sensitive places like hospitals, where people's life depends on power. But solar can be a solution to this problem, as well as all of the latter mentioned problems. Installing solar panels on your home with storage or only using solar-powered charging stations means that your electric vehicle can become carbon neutral. This means that Tesla driving douchers can now undouche themselves. According to Tesla's website, by combining all of Tesla's energy products or solar and energy storage, you can generate, store, and consume renewable energy with a self-powered home and drive on sunshine. Well, with that pitch, I think I'd like to become a Tesla doucher myself. Despite its marketing undertones, the webpage is right, verifiable by a Dan Neal Wall Street Journal article published earlier this year. As well as your car, your home too can stop getting its energy from dirty power plants and start getting it from the sun. According to a University of Michigan study published last year, the average US refrigerator, just a refrigerator, contributes to 0.5 ton of CO2 emissions each year. According to a 2016 EPA calculation, Just one standard solar panel, half the size of a small bathroom, could turn that half a ton of emissions to zero. The more energy you use, the more solar panels you need, but hopefully you get the picture. Having solar installed on your home does more than just reduce your carbon footprint. It also makes your home energy independent. By installing solar panels on your home, you remove yourself mostly from the grid. In case of a blackout, according to a Washington Post article by Fiz Sadiq published earlier this year, a solar-powered home with storage can allow you to ride out a blackout. With the grids becoming more fragile as it attempts to modernize with renewables, this could be a huge savior for a lot of schools, businesses, hospitals, and homes. So finally, how can we install solar panels on our or our family's homes? There are many options that are much less expensive than you may think. The two main options are leasing and owning your panels. Owning is the most beneficial, as this can create savings of up to 40 to 70% on electrical bills over the panel's 20-year life. But many people don't have the $10,000 to $20,000 that this initially costs. There is, however, loans offered by many organizations that have benefits of their own. The first is that they have the option of not requiring a down payment. They also offer custom payment plans that fit your budget and allow for an investment tax credit, which allows you to write up to 30% of the solar panel's value off on your taxes. Leasing allows you, but for people who don't want to own, there's still a great option in leasing. Leasing allows you to make monthly payments to a solar company that are often in direct proportion to your current electrical bill. With this, it doesn't make any sense not to install solar panels, as you're not losing any money and the solar company takes care of mostly everything for you. While it doesn't offer the same savings as owning, leasing solar allows you to reduce your carbon footprint without reducing the fatness of your band. I'll end with one of the sexiest quotes from the controversial billionaire Bill Gates, who said, "Having solar panels on your roof is really pretty cool."